What's up, guys? It's time to dive into these matchups. Championship Sunday. I'm super excited. Let's get into it. So for our first matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Green Bay Packers. We have two of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game. We got Tom Brady on one side, Aaron Rodgers on the other. Folks, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers in this matchup. I know Tampa Bay's heating up. Last week, they looked dominant on both sides of the football. The week before, Tom Brady absolutely lit up the Washington football team. Look, I'm not trying to take any shots at the Buccaneers offense. I expect this matchup on Sunday to be an offensive shootout late in the game. Tom Brady has it going late in that ball game when he needed to. Game on the line, money on the line, chips on the table. He converted a two third downs actually, a 3rd and 11 to Tyler Johnson. He also completed another third down, 3rd and 5 to Scotty Miller late in that game, which allowed Tampa Bay to take the lead. Ronald Jones was able to have a great game running the football. He ran for 62 yards. Leonard Fournette showed up and showed out. Not only did he catch some passes out of the backfield, but he ran for 63 yards. And offensively, this team trots out an all-star cast when you look at the receiving corps. They have Mike Evans. I know he was neutralized last week, but he was neutralized because he was going up against one of the best cornerbacks in the game in Marshawn Lattimore. Chris Godwin is another great receiver. Antonio Brown, I know he was injured last week in the Big Easy, but we know what he brings to the table. They have Gronk. Cam Brate led the team in receiving yards last week. Scotty Miller made some big plays. Tyler Johnson. So Tom Brady has some guys. Last year in New England, he had absolutely nobody. When I look at this matchup, these two teams played earlier in the season. Green Bay lost to Tampa Bay 38-10. 38-10. I expect the Packers to definitely keep this game a lot closer. Last week, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers were able to play with house money. Most analysts picked the Saints because in the first game of the season, New Orleans beat the brakes off of Tampa Bay. And in week 9, they beat Tampa Bay by a score of 38-3. 38-3. Tampa Bay, with 5 minutes to go in that game, had to take a timeout to kick a field goal. It was 38-0, and they had to take a field goal to just get 3 points on the board. In that ball game, back in week 6, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 interceptions. One of those passes was a pick 6. The other pass was a pick that was returned all the way to the 2-yard line. I don't expect Aaron Rodgers to turn the ball over in this game. I think he'll take care of the football. Last week against Los Angeles, the best defense in all of pro football, he scored on all of his first half possessions. He took care of the ball. We know what this man represents. He's not going to do anything to mess this thing up. This is his first ever home NFC Championship game. He's been wanting this forever. The Packers typically don't lose at home. They only have 1 loss at home this year. Aaron Rodgers at home in Lambeau Field, when leading at halftime, has 70 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. I expect the Packers to go into halftime with a lead. And history shows us quarterbacks in their second year in a system flourish. Back in 2016, Matt Ryan won the league MVP. He was in his second year of the Kyle Shanahan system. Atlanta went to the Super Bowl. In 2017, Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate. He was in his second year of the Doug Peterson system. The Eagles went to and won the Super Bowl. 2018, Jared Goff, Sean McVay, second year together, they went to the Super Bowl. Last year, 2019, Jimmy G Kyle Shanahan, second year together, went to the Super Bowl. Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers are in their second year together. This has been a match made in heaven. I expect them to win the NFC, to go to the Super Bowl. All won't be lost for Tom Brady's Bucs. Bruce Arians and Tom are only in their first year together. Next year, I think they'll be more comfortable, and they have a great shot. I wouldn't be shocked if Tampa Bay wins this ball game. But history shows us that Green Bay is the safe pick in this matchup. No team in NFL history has ever hosted a home Super Bowl. Tampa Bay, if they win this matchup, they'll be the first team in NFL history to do that. I just don't see it. I know the Buccaneers offense has it going, and I know their defense played well last week. They dominated New Orleans. They dominated Green Bay back in Week 6. But I don't expect them to replicate either performance. Give me the Packers at home. I think this game will be close. I'm going to say Green Bay wins 31-27. Let's shift our attention over to the AFC Championship game. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Let me take you back to 2017, folks. The 2017 NFL Draft. The Buffalo Bills had the 10th overall pick in the draft. Kansas City had the 27th pick. Kansas City traded with Buffalo. They moved up 17 slots to draft Patrick Mahomes. The following year, 2018, Buffalo not only had their first overall pick, but they had Kansas City's pick as well. They used both picks to move up to get their quarterback of the future in Josh Allen. Folks, I got to go with Kansas City in this matchup. They have the better quarterback. Patrick Mahomes isn't going to make any major mistakes in this ball game. Josh Allen, on the other hand, this is his first AFC Championship game. I know you guys think that I have some beef with Josh Allen. I have to admit, he's had a great year. But if I go back to his last 3 playoff games, his only 3 playoff games, last year in Houston, late in the ball game, he looked like a chicken with his head cut off. He made some major mistakes. And Houston ultimately won that game due to the excellence of Deshaun Watson. This year, against Indianapolis, the Bills won that game by the skin of their teeth. Josh Allen made a big mistake late in that ball game. He took a 23-yard sack. A 23-yard sack. He lost the ball on that play as well. He was very fortunate that Buffalo recovered his own fumble. And last week against Baltimore, Josh Allen once again fumbled the football and Buffalo recovered. Josh Allen has to play a perfect game in order to beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, and I don't see him doing that. Kansas City also has the better head coach. Andy Reid last week, when Patrick Mahomes went out, had enough faith in his team. His defense brought the pressure. They put the heat on Baker Mayfield, and he trusted Chad Henne on 3rd and 14. After the 2-minute warning, he said, "Chad, I'm going to let you throw the football." And Chad Henne scrambled for a 13-yard gain. Kansas City was faced with a difficult call. 4th and inches. What do? Andy Reid went for it. He got it. And he's got some balls of steel to go for it on 4th down. And the Chiefs will win this game. Sean McDermott has never been in an AFC Championship game. He needs that experience. Andy has been in this game before. Not only in Kansas City, but in Philadelphia as well. He's the only coach in NFL history to go to 3 consecutive NFC Championship games, 3 consecutive championship games in 2 different conferences. Kansas City also has the better receiving core. Travis Kelce's the best tight end in the game. Tyreek Hill is arguably the best receiver in this game. He's also the fastest receiver on the planet, and Kansas City is at home. This is going to be a tall task for Buffalo. I expect Patrick Mahomes to play. I know he went out last week, but reports are saying he will play. And with Patrick Mahomes under center, I don't see Kansas City losing this game. Give me the Chiefs 34-24. So in conclusion, I got the Packers beating the Buccaneers 31-27, and I have the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Buffalo Bills 34-24. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe.